Hey, I don't even know you, but you left me a very charming comment on my last video from Trying to Start Galactica, and so I wanted to stop by your page and thank you. But it turned out that you had actually recorded a very heartfelt statement that from which came a lot of strength in you that apparently you weren't used to. Um, but you said a lot of things about letting things out and crying and sort of defending, like, of course I'm allowed to cry, and you did a good job to say that. That's absolutely true. But then you went up and followed up with a whole bunch more stress, like stress of your mother's illness, and I'm sorry to hear that. Eh, that's absolutely, any one of the things that you mentioned would be stressful enough to make the average person cry, which leads me to believe that you're tougher than the average person. However, what came out was a whole bunch of, well, I need to do this, and I need to do this, and I need to do this. Yeah, I'd cry too if I had that much pressure. It doesn't even sound like you want to. It just sounds like the things um, that will get you to your objectives are chores. And what happens is, as you mentioned, that you don't cry so much anymore. Um, you start to sort of detach from that stress so that you can cope, and it's a brilliant coping mechanism. And I'm no therapist. I'm just bringing out what I know through literature and whatever I can put together. Um, but there's a point at which, if you could like draw a graph, there's like the amount of stress, and then there's your perceived ability to cope with stress, and they interact. And as the amount of stress goes up, the perceived ability to cope with it goes down. Your actual ability is not even on this chart, keep in mind. Um, because what starts to happen is, as you get used to stress being higher and higher, you start to think that you can handle more and more. And eventually, just like anybody would, you collapse. And so I thought I would make this message and sort of try to explain that, and maybe it would give you something to think about, sort of help you identify where you are on that graph. So it's, again, stress goes up, coping goes down, and there's your tool. I draw it, but I'm tired. And I don't want to. Like, it's that simple, and you could ask me for it, and I'll be glad to clarify, but I think you get it. Um, Also, I think it's outstanding that you use music, which is such an artistic outlet, particularly opera, for which I have a genuine affinity. Um, but to use it not only to achieve your goals, but to validate who you are and the types of things that you like. I mean, singing opera is no small task, and the demands of opera itself are astronomical. So keep in mind that even though it's something you love, it's still an astronomical demand. There's that good stress and bad stress, and evaluating which is which and what will fulfill your needs at the time. Um, that's a great stress, but it is still stress. So I encourage you to keep in touch with that. Um, I need to do this. I need to do this. It's all very compelling, but it's all also very aggressive. And you may, I invite you to reconsider what you need to do, and just make sure that it matches up with what you want to do, because there are plenty of methods. There's more than one way to skin a cat. But just from watching a few minutes of your first video that I saw and wandering in, it sounds like you're a stellar person, and that you deserve someone stepping in and saying, hey, wait a minute, hold on. Uh, you're doing great, but that's a lot, my gosh. So now you can take this into your personal spaces and go, look at this. Somebody that I don't even know saw this and was like, wow, I'm stressed out. And you can sit down with your friends and talk it over, like, yeah, yeah, and they, wow. But when it comes down to it, and it's you versus your abilities, and it's you versus your wants, there's a point at which those necessities, I need to do this and I need to do this, um, become less appealing as methods of achieving your needs or your desires. Um, so I think I've rambled on enough, but it's nice to see you and keep watching Training Star Galactica. Thanks for stopping by, and good luck. Oh, sorry. Good luck with your music. Bye. Oh my gosh, I did that thing. I did that thing where it doesn't stop. Ah, stop. Stop thing. Stop thing. Ah, stop thing. Peace out.